Hello everyone, welcome back. And still got a cold, so apologies if my voice is a bit all over the place or sounding very bunged up. We are the 27th of June, so well over halfway through the year. And I think my plan really was to clear down the cars that I've got. But there's one that's taken my fancy, which I'm going to try. I say try. I'm going to have a look and see whether or not we can get a bargain today. If you don't already know, and if you don't know anything about Fiats, this is a Fiat 500 Gucci edition. It's pretty much a lounge, but with some added features on it, and I think it's potentially worth more than a lounge. I think certainly that, although maybe not so many people would want to get it, I think those that would want to get it would probably pay a bit more of a premium, and you'll see why in a minute. So, it supposedly had a front end damage, and that's it. So 67,000 miles on the clock. Estimated value is about 4.3, or that's roughly what they've paid out. And it's a V5 on file, so that's good. And just have a quick look on the additional notes. So it has been a previous Cat S, and it says it's been a previous Cat N. So I don't know then if it's been in 2 accidents already, and then this is the third one, which has put it into Copart. But anyway, that doesn't really tell us too much. So, the Gucci edition, as you can see from this picture here, see if we get chrome wing mirrors and this sort of Gucci strip that runs down the side. From this angle, you also get these door rubbing strips, which kind of look like it's coming off a bit there in the corner. But otherwise, from the front here, you would just go, oh, sorry, you've got this chrome strip on the bonnet. But other than that, you wouldn't necessarily think anything from the front. From this angle, I think you can see it's premium listed. It's got these sort of Gucci wheels, and I think they're white with a possible silver, I don't know what's the word, but a silver coat on the top. I think they're going to have to be done and get those back to a reasonable standard. Otherwise, don't know really what's going on with that bonnet slightly. I don't know if that bonnet is raised or whether it's just latched. I'm not sure, but there's a slight gap there. But looking at these Gucci lines here, you can see that they're faded. Oh yeah, and we've also lost the driver's door handle. So, gonna need probably new Gucci strips on the side, door handle, wheel refurb, and this front bumper here that's cracked. But otherwise, I think for the minute from here, it's not too bad. Round the back, the line continues, I'd probably say, and then you've got this little Gucci little number there. But I think we're going to have to take those off and reapply some new ones that aren't faded. It's got rear parking sensors as well. Anything else really from here? No, the back end seems to be all okay. Interior wise, these nice leather seats we've got here, which is a sort of a white or cream, not really sure. All leather, and from this angle, some sort of matte style dashboard that we've got. You've got one key hanging up there. And I think this is the rear seats. So again, no issues there. Looking at the front, so that looks to me like that's been marked up, that it's had a front slam panel. 2209. I don't know if that's 09 of the 22. And then we'd have to see whether there's any headlight lugs broken on that. But at the moment, the front doesn't look to be too bad. You got the revs not being too bad. Not much in the way of fuel, but no other lights on the speedo. This is the front. So you got this crack running down the front here. Nothing really major really to see there. And then we just go through a few little issues bodywork wise, and also just to look at these wheels here. We'll skip the spare wheel. So you've got a nice little Gucci gear knob. I think there's a bit of rust going on the rear beam here, as you can see. And then inside, you got climate control. Got this little different side. Oh, I'll say that again. Sorry, different side to a steering wheel, which is this sort of leather bit at the top here. And yeah, all good there. And that's pretty much it. So it's in Westbury. It's due to. Well, the auction starts in about 10 minutes time, but it's due to go through, I think, about 69 cars or so. It's at 12:50. Now, a 12 plate lounge is probably selling for around 3.5. So might get a bit more, but we'll see. We're gonna just keep an eye on this one. I really would like to get it, be something a bit different, but I'm not gonna go stupid on the price. Anyway, quickly check of the MOT history, and it will be due an MOT. That will need doing. Near side front suspension arm joint play, near side front McPherson strut. Bush is worn, and then we got an exhaust as a minor leak. Those are the three. So it's not. I was going to think when I first picked this up that it was a quick turnaround. I don't think it's going to be a quicker turnaround as I thought. I think you're going to be looking at removing the stripes, applying the stripes, refurbing the alloys, which I wouldn't do, but those would need to be done. Front bumper, which I think we're going to struggle to find one, so we're probably going to have to do that ourselves. What else do we need to do? Door handle, and going to need to sort out this, and then we're going to have to see about that play and whether or not we replace the arms, lower arms, and whether or not that exhaust is done for and we need a new exhaust. So that's what we're going to bid on. Join me shortly for when this comes into play, and let's just see if the bidding goes crazy or whether or not some people look at this as it's too much work, or maybe some people might say it's too hideous to buy, but we'll find out. Okay, so we are approximately 3 minutes out. That might change. If you don't know about Copart, they give you a rough estimate of when the car will go through, but that's based on how popular the cars are ahead. So at the moment we've got this 2009 Ford Focus C-Tech, and initially was under the impression that was going to go through quite quick, but there's been a few last minute bidders, so it's just drawn out the sale a bit. and then it puts every other car sort of back. So it looks like we'll be potentially getting through the Z-Tech in a minute. It looks in fairly good condition actually. It says normal wear and tear. It does run and drive.
Bonus time.
What was it? 115,000 miles. Wonder why that's in the auction. Is it undiagnosed problem, or is that just someone just wants rid of it? Or it could be like a trade car. Anyway, now on to a Ford Fiesta Z-Tech 2010. Is on reserve, 96,000 miles. You can see we've had a little quick flurry of bidding. It's sort of, as you can see it, we're already up to 650. Bit of frontal end, but that's, I mean, it says the estimated value is just shy of £4,000. So is that going to sell for 650? It is on reserve, so the buyer and the seller can have it out. But then we now go for another round of bidding. It's just the way that bidding seems to work. Sometimes you might find you're the only one, and other times you're just fighting through. I suspect that's what will happen with this Gucci one. I think it will go into a flurry of bids, and that will probably jump to about 1,800, I reckon, quite quick. There's just over 2,000 people. It says participants up here. That doesn't necessarily mean that those are 2,000 people bidding. That's 2,000 people looking at the auction. So they could be looking at it for all different reasons. So I don't know, 10 people might be interested in that i10, and or if you go to like BCA, people just bid on random cars because they just want something and they don't really look into it too much. So, but that has sold on approval for 750. This Corsa is already at 1,600. Don't know if the bidding is going to go much higher. Well, I reckon that's worth £6,000. That's worth over £6,000 on a 2016 Vauxhall Corsa on a 1.4. It's interesting. I didn't really think there was that much money in a Vauxhall Corsa, if I'm being honest. But it looks like it's probably only going to really sell for just over £2,000.
Bonus time. Approaching minimum bid.
It's getting near the reserve. Where is it? It's is it front ended? Doesn't really look like it's had a huge amount of damage, to be fair. I'd say that's more rear ended than it is front, I think.
Low mileage.
I suppose that's mileage is pretty low. Yeah, fairly basic for what it is. I was just quite surprised by how much that Corsa is. Anyway, coming up to the bonus time again, so we might be shortly getting into this Gucci car. Right, here we go. Are we going to get a flurry of bidding? Few successive bidding quite quick. At 1,600. Slow down a bit. Wow.
This is a hot lot.
2-1 already. That's quite insane, that. With the fees. Wow. Okay, so with fees and delivery, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm not going to end up bidding on this. As much as I want a bit of a bargain as well, with fees and delivery,
Bonus time.
for about 500 maybe in fees. Yeah, so we're going to be out the door with delivery, out the door well over £3,000. It's a shame that. And then you'd be looking at 250 maybe for a wheel refurb, 150 for a bumper and paint.
Bonus time.
That's yeah. I just didn't expect that. Really didn't expect that kind of money, to be honest. I thought that would go for a lot lower, especially as a Cat S as well. And this just keeps going on.
Bonus time.
I think that'll probably stop about there, actually.
Bonus time.
But, you know, I could potentially see, you know, it is very limited edition. So, you know, those things are probably worth about £4,000 or so. At least. Maybe a bit more. I just don't really think there's a huge amount of money to be made on that one. So I think it's going to be back to the drawing board. Well, we're still going up to 2.7 now. Some very desperate people to get this one. Surely that's going to be it, isn't it? 2.7. Yeah. No. No. Another bonus time. What we'll do as well is we'll hold on to the next car because that's another 500. It's an unrecorded one, which is interesting. Right, that's sold. So it's, oh right, it's a multi-air 875, runs and drives. Does it run and drive? That's the question. Multi-air. It'll be interesting to see what the reason is that that one's in.
New bidder.
Wouldn't surprise me.
This is a hot lot.
Oh, look. A number of warning lights on that one. I say a number. I mean, the engine's running and it's got airbag and a battery light and everything. But, yeah, that's not without a few issues.
New bidder.
But, let's see what that one goes for.
Bonus time.
Probably not. Yeah, it's probably going to sell for about that. No, 900. That's roughly what. Although it's not categorised, so. But no one really wants multi-airs.
Bonus time.
I reckon that'll sell for 900 now. Another bonus time. So yeah, I think this is pretty much going to be the end of the video. There's no point adding more 500s because I'm really not sure as and when I'll end up getting another. So I might as well just release this video for you guys to watch. And I'll be back again soon with some more content for you.
Sold on approval.
I think that's going to be it. But until next time, thank you all for watching. Hope it found you a bit interesting for you guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.